Humanity is the high school for the world. It's an online high school with an interdisciplinary learning model and an innovative curriculum and an innovative learning methodology. So the idea really is to develop the skills, knowledge and dispositions of learners as they work on challenges to solve real world problems. So just a little bit of background. School of Humanity was launched last year in May. We've been running summer school programs and after school programs. And in fact, in September of this year, we're launching a full-time high school. So to date, we've had more than 100 learners go through the course, the programs. We've partnered with about 15 organizations for micro internship projects and for various partnerships with universities, for example. We've worked with learners from more than 25 countries around the world. 90% of the learners say they love the program, and 70% of the learners to date have been girls. And we've worked with a team of more than 20 educators. So that's really the educators who we work with. We have learning facilitators and industry mentors who actually join the program to work with the cohorts and to work closely with the learners to accompany them on their learning journey. So just a little bit of the why School of Humanity. Well, the nature of work and careers is changing fast, and in the future, the right skills will be prized over academic qualifications alone. So really, that's one of the founding objectives of School of Humanity, is to develop the skills that learners will need to be able to be future ready and to be able to adapt to the world and the future professional world. So the curriculum is fully interdisciplinary, which basically means that learners are able to incorporate many different disciplines into a project that they're working on. So, for example, we had a learner who wanted to solve the problem of creating oxygen on Mars, of producing oxygen on Mars. So to be able to solve that problem, she really had to look at it from various different perspectives. She had to look at biology and chemistry. She looked at robotics because she was trying to design a robot that would produce oxygen on Mars. So to be able to solve that problem that she had identified on a specific challenge path called the future of space, she had to really try and incorporate many different disciplines and skills to be able to do that problem solving. So the experience is personalized, which means that learners move at their own pace. There are live sessions which they do simultaneously, synchronously with learners in their cohort, but then they also work on self-paced learning in their own time. They choose the projects that they want to work on, which means that their learning is driven by curiosity, and they are paired with a personalized mentor, an industry mentor, a specialist in that field who can really help them with the content and dive deep into the specific area that they're basing their challenge on. So it's designed for future readiness, which means that the learners, when they graduate from the program, they have a portfolio of projects. It's a skill transcript, so that means that the skills that they've developed have been recorded and evidenced, and they can prove that at the end of the program. Again, as I mentioned before, they have skills that prepare them for their professional careers. We have micro internship programs. They develop a global network of learners. As I mentioned, we have learners from 25 different countries, so they can really develop an international global network. And in addition to that, they of course have the mentors who they develop a network with as well. And they have tools for human flourishing, which I will discuss more in a moment. So the learning journey is challenge-based, which means the learners will develop their skill by choosing a specific challenge to work on. Again, the mentorship is personalized. They have a combination of live and self-paced sessions, and it really is driven by curiosity, and it's personalized. So the learners really have they choose the challenge path that they want to work on, and then within that challenge path, they identify a problem that they'd like to solve, and they then solve that problem. So it's very much driven by their own personal curiosity. Just a few examples of the challenge paths that we have. For example, future of healthcare, future of medicine, future of money, future of education, sustainable cities, creating virtual worlds, art with technologies, to name just a few. At the same time as they work on their challenges, they have the option of developing skills as well. So these skills, they're hard skills or soft skills. So for example, learning how to learn or learning to organize their time. They can also, maybe they want to learn biotechnology, for example, or learn financial literacy. So these complement their learning and will help them develop the skills they need specifically to solve the problem or the challenge that they're working on. During their program, they have micro internship programs. So we work with partner organizations. Some of the ones that we've worked with in the past have been the ALMA Observatory in Chile, Takalam in UAE, Lumire in UAE, Surag Medical in Germany, Upschool in Turkey, and Houdini School in the US. And these are all organizations who we partner with specifically depending on the challenge path. So Surag Medical, for example, we partnered with learners who were following the Future of Medicine challenge path. Part of the curriculum, in fact, a core part of our curriculum is developing a human flourishing. So what this means is really helping learners to explore the self, to learn about themselves and learn how to grow, how to flourish, how to develop tools to help them cope, really. And these things include mindfulness and meditation, practice of gratitude, how to develop meaningful relationships, being really aware and conscious of the self, and how to develop flow and concentration. And just to give a few examples of case studies, Sophia, who was the learner who created a robot to develop oxygen on Mars. Peace from Nigeria, she wanted to, or she partnered with a teammate from Jordan to create a website that would educate people about cryptocurrencies. And Rania designed a solution that would use biomarkers and data to improve the diagnosis of endometriosis. These are a few examples of the learners who participated in the summer school last year. And what we're going to have in a moment are the learners who participated in an extracurricular program this year, and they're going to share examples of some of the projects that they developed. So just a few testimonies from people who participated. This is from Thomas, who's in fact is going to present in a moment. He said, everyone is so inquisitive and intellectual. I'm so excited to get more into the program. I love how the curriculum is flexible whilst providing all the key knowledge in order to make a real difference in the world. And Sophia, who said, School of Humanity must have been the first place where in literally every workshop I could take something and relate to my real life. There's no such thing in regular schools where we usually don't see the purpose of what we're doing. So this is really just to highlight how valuable and how much the learners, how much they get out of the program. So we do have the high school launching in September, and applications are open. If you are interested, please have a look at the website, which is, I think I'll share it in the chat, and you can have a look at the website and find out more there, and have a look at the application process for the high school. Okay. So that was School of Humanity in a nutshell.